This is not a very recent case. This is an old case, done and dusted. The parties too perhaps have moved on. But it is important to bring out these issues in society so that we all can understand the other side of matrimonial problems which the men and their families could also be going through. The story began in the year 2014, where Indian cricketer Yuvraj Singh's younger brother Zoraver Singh gets married to a lady named Akanksha Sharma from Gurugram. Zoraver was only 21 years of age and an aspiring actor at that point in time. Post the marriage, the Indian cricketer had also taken to social media to welcome his bhabhi, and everything seemed to be happy and going well for the family. The marriage had taken place in Chandigarh with the blessings of both the families. Now, this was a time when Zoraver had completed one of his acting courses from Mumbai and he was all set to enter the Bollywood industry. However, this marriage did not last for long, and within just 14 months, the couple filed for mutual divorce in April 2015. Now, let's fast forward to October 2016. Akanksha is now seen in the Big Boss 10 house, where she reveals that she is the ex-bhabhi of cricketer Yuvraj Singh. Akanksha was actually on a spree making one-sided allegations on national TV against her mother-in-law Shabnam Singh and also the entire Singh family, claiming that they were forcing her to have a male child. While Akanksha's stint could not really last on the reality show, but all her allegations became good TRP fodder for the media. Now, once this matter was in public, a DNA portal actually went ahead and accessed the mutual divorce papers which were filed by the party in the year 2015. Now, these divorce papers actually mention certain things, certain allegations which were put by the husband's side as well. It was stated that the couple had visited multiple locations such as Goa, Dubai, Malaysia after their marriage. But in fact, it was the wife who was reluctant to come closer to the husband. The husband also stated that the wife was constantly pressuring him to shift from Chandigarh to Gurgaon, where her parents resided. Zoraver had also mentioned in his application that his wife would allegedly return home late and she was under the influence of certain substances. And whenever the family tried to kind of control her or bring her in check, she would get furious. He also added that Akanksha had refused to visit a marriage counselor despite the mother-in-law and brother-in-law Yuvraj trying to pursue her for the same. Not just this, Zoraver had also called out endless financial demands of his wife and how she would create a scene if the same were not fulfilled. The petition read that Akanksha would purposely go on posting certain indecent pictures of her on social media just to humiliate his family, and that she was even beyond the control of her own parents. Now, following these bold allegations on Big Boss, the mother-in-law, that is Shabnam Singh, she took the legal route and filed multiple defamation cases, both civil and criminal, against the daughter-in-law. Now, let us understand the whole chronology once again. 2015, the couple gets separated. 2016, the wife goes on Big Boss and makes certain bold allegations, following which the mother-in-law files multiple defamation suits against her. Come 2017, Akanksha moves a local court in Gurugram, charging her husband and in-laws of domestic violence. Sharma had filed this case under various sections of the Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005, where she not just made her husband as a party, but also included names of her mother-in-law and brother-in-law, accusing them too of harassment and cruelty. After the court had summoned the trio in this case, Akanksha's lawyer had come out in the media and given her statement. She said that Akanksha had filed these cases against her husband and in-laws because domestic violence need not just mean physical violence. It could also mean mental and financial harassment, and she had included the name of Yuvraj because he was kind of mute spectator to whatever her client had been facing at the hands of his brother and the mother. She had then stated that whenever the mother and the husband were forcing her to have a child, Yuvraj too would join in the same and ask Akanksha to have a baby. She kept claiming that Yuvraj was actually hand in glove with his mother and he would keep instructing Akanksha to obey her because she was the most superior person in that house. Now, let us also reiterate that these are allegations put out from both sides. Following the statement put out by the lawyer of the wife, the lawyer from the Singh family also came out and he actually refuted all these allegations, stating that Akanksha was only trying to get some mileage and that these allegations would not really stand any judicial scrutiny. Zoraver's lawyer stated that this case had been filed despite a compromise that had already been worked out between Sharma and Zoraver, where all her demands were kind of being fulfilled. He even added that earlier a divorce case by mutual consent had been pending in the court of Chandigarh, but this domestic violence case was perhaps only a fallout after the civil and defamation suits which came from the mother-in-law. Let us inform our viewers that a case under Domestic Violence Act 2005 is civil in nature versus a case under Section 498A IPC, which is criminal. In this particular case, the wife had taken recourse as a civil remedy, contrary to a lot of media portals that were reporting any kind of FIR against Zoraver and his family. Now, let's come to March 2019. Love blossoms again for Akanksha, and even before her divorce had officially come through, she had found a love interest in another Delhi-based boy whom she had met during one of her MTV's Ace of Space show. When she was quizzed by the media about her remarriage, Akanksha had mentioned that she was blessed to have found love again, and she was perhaps only waiting for a formal divorce to take place between her and her ex-husband. In July 2019, Akanksha now agrees for a mutual divorce with Zoraver, and in September 2019, both of them finally put an end to this matter, where Zoraver agrees to pay one-time alimony to Akanksha, putting an end to the 4-year-long trauma and litigations, thereby paving a way for mutual separation. This divorce came through with a mutual compromise deed, which was submitted by both parties in the District Court of Chandigarh in July 2019. Now, what did this compromise deed actually say? It said that Shabnam Singh and Zoraver would first withdraw all the criminal defamation cases, subject to Akanksha issuing a public apology. Shabnam Singh was also supposed to withdraw the civil suit which she had filed against her daughter-in-law, accusing her of robbing jewelry and other items worth rupees 2 crore from their home. After this divorce, the counsel for Akanksha, once again, she made a public statement where she clarified that Akanksha wanted to close this matter and move on in her life, and that this marriage had lasted only for 6 months, while the separation and the litigation had been much longer. She also said that it was Akanksha who did not want to drag this dead relationship any further, and thus she had agreed to a mutual divorce. Zoraver's legal team, on the other hand, said that they were now relieved, and the counsel for the family said that he was glad that better sense had prevailed and the case was settled by mutual consent, because they were actually striving for this for many years now. So what was the settlement amount? Zoraver had paid a sum of rupees 48 lakh in 2 installments, that is during the first motion of divorce and the second motion of divorce. Following this alimony payment, Akanksha, as a part of that compromise deed, had now apologized in front of 6 different courts where the cases had been running simultaneously. She'd also put out a public apology through her social media, that is her Instagram handle then, which read, "My matrimonial dispute has been resolved. I regret any hurt and loss caused to Zoraver Singh, Shabnam Singh and Yuvraj due to the allegations made by me inadvertently. I withdraw all my allegations and apologize for the same." So what is our take in this case? Matrimonial laws in India are not made for justice really. These laws are actually made to arm twist the husband and his family until they agree for a one-time settlement, or the woman perhaps finds a new love interest. One would argue that the husband's family in this case was influential, and thus it was them who actually compelled the wife to accept the money and close the case. However, the sequence of events surely indicate a pattern where the charges were dropped by the wife only when she had found a new love interest and she wanted to move on in her life. Rupees 48 lakhs may sound very, very paltry given the kind of background of the husband's family. But the bigger question that we all need to ask is, why should alimony be paid to any educated working woman when the couple actually cohabited together only for 6 months? In many cases, we have seen where the in-laws have been public figures. Their names are also added to these matrimonial cases because that kind of puts more pressure by maligning their name, and it kind of forces the husband to come to a mutual settlement. Not just for the husband but even the wife, the process of divorce itself is a punishment in India. In many such cases, the process is so long that the husband and his family actually choose to buy their peace, even if they have not been proven guilty by any court. While every single person in India stands up against the practice of dowry, why don't we question the practice of this legal extortion of husbands, also known as alimony? Let us be very clear. We are not really taking sides in this case, whether Zoraver was right, Akanksha was wrong. No. but a marriage can genuinely fail due to non-compatibility from both sides. A financial support for the wife should definitely be encouraged, where parties, let's say, have lived together for many, many years. They have children. In those cases where the women have, left their professional lives and they want to come back. But why should alimony be paid by default to women where marriages have not even lasted for 2 to 3 years? I'm certain cases like these, stories like these will be watched like a gossip story. But imagine if this is a state of powerful and resourceful families in India, what will be the plight of a common middle class man who is forced to submit himself to a legalized loot, also known as reverse dowry? We have sourced the contents of this video through multiple online and print media. You can read the entire article with all these sources in the description link of this video or on our website voiceformenindia.com. Do follow us on our social media handles, which is X, Instagram, Telegram, Facebook. The ID is @voiceformenin. If you have a story to share and if you want to come on air or even want us to just publish it without any names or revealing identity, you can email us at contact@voiceformenindia.com. And do hit that like button and share these videos with as many people as you can to create awareness in society. That's it from me on this case as of now. Thank you very much for watching. Namaste. Jai Hind.